Hello people of YouTube, I'm Triforce Wisdom 64 and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode we finished up the last quest on Kashyyyk. And I wasn't talking this quickly. This episode, I said we were going to talk to everyone. I thought Jolie was in here for some reason. Anyway, so I talked to Zalbar briefly off screen. You get to ask him why he wanted Baka's blade, but he just basically says, oh, I wanted to feel important, I need to prove myself. So we're going to talk to Karth.
Yes, what's on your mind?
I just want to talk to you.
Oh, you want to argue some more, is that it?
I just want to know why you distrust me so much.
What does it matter that much? Why can't you just leave it be? I just don't trust easily.
But we have to work together, Karth, so it has plenty to do with me.
Oh, damn it. I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I? You want to know why I don't trust anyone? Fine. Here goes.
We're breaking through.
The Jedi had just finished the war with the Mandalorians. Revan and Malak were heroes. I was damn proud of serving their fleet. It was completely unexpected. When they turned on us, our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith.
What do I have to do with Revan and Malak? Hey.
It's not that. That's not what I mean. There were others, good, solid, trusted men who joined them. Malak and Revan and the Sith deserve to die for what they've done. But the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The dark side has nothing to do with why they joined with the Sith.
You say that with such hatred.
I know. And I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting the worst in others, and it's just... No, never mind. Let's just continue with what we were doing. Yes.
And there we go. We've learned some more about Karth. We've already talked to Bastila. Jolie is not in here as I thought he was, but he is on the ship. He did come with us. Also, I had Dalbar make me a ton of grenades, and this guy, I don't know if I have too many computer spikes or if I need materials, I don't know. But let's talk to Juhani. She's an interesting character that I'll never use.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
How did you come to be a Jedi?
How I came to be a Jedi?
Please continue.
Well, it goes back a number of years. Back on my homeworld, we did not see Jedi very often.
Where did you live?
The hind end of space. A pit of a world, to be sure, but we had heard of them. Well, everyone had champions of truth, defenders of justice. It was very easy for a child to be enthralled by their image, their mystique.
Did you meet a Jedi?
Yes, I did. When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be.
So what did you do?
From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. To lift myself out of the rut I had been living in for years. The foolish delusions of a child. But this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. Although, perhaps I was not entirely ready for it. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking.
Is that it for now? No, there's more, I guess.
What is it you would...
Are you doing alright?
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
Why? What's wrong? You're too fragile. What's wrong?
I have been thinking about myself, about KotOR. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far.
Perhaps you just need more time.
More time would do me good. I think that is why the council agreed to send me with you.
If I see you begin to slip back, I will intervene.
I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. Help me.
I think that's it. So let's try to find Jolie. Can I? Yes, I can see that this is a crew quarters. Oh, that's mission. we'll actually be getting some closure with her on Tatooine, where we are now. Let's talk to Canderous. He's always interesting.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above.
What was your story?
I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with the basilisk thrumming beneath me.
What happened next?
The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe
Dang.
what it feels like to look directly down at a world. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
You dropped from orbit riding a droid?
The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, and with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
On a basilisk war droid?
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. Is there something else you want to know?
Can you give me some adrenal stimulants?
Here's a strength. There anything else you need? You want another war story, huh? Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in the...
Where did you fight this time?
We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells. I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. But that was a mistake.
What happened?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on the side. But something must have been inside it. Something inactive in the cold. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin ship. What lay underneath,
I think we might have already
looked
seen
like
this.
some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock.
What happened next?
It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed. We couldn't catch it. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void isn't... that's the only Is there something...
Can I have more adrenal
Hey,
stimulants?
don't worry. A real
Alright, there we
warrior.
go.
There anything else?
We're good.
Your choice.
And this episode is not going to have any progress. Here's Bastion's lightsaber. We've already got stuff on it. I cannot find any energy projectors. Like at all. And I guess we're good. Alright, where is Jolie? There you are. You're the last one I need to talk to. Why did you decide to come with me?
You got yourself a fast little ship. I'd forgotten what engine sounded like.
So you wanted to ride on my ship?
Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of a synthesizer on this bucket anyway?
No, seriously, tell me.
I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago.
You're avoiding the question.
So I am. Tell you what, when you get to be my age, you can go ahead and answer any question you like to. You have my permission. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Andor Vex was his name. The force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was.
Is that what you see around me too?
Well, it's not so much a hurricane as a slight breeze. That doesn't mean anything. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny.
There's supposed to be some hidden meaning in this.
I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking. Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened.
How young are we talking?
Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now,
Hold on.
you probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow.
Krat.
Krat has us hauled out to the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand.
How did you know?
Swirling force, remember? Jedi here. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing.
You're kidding.
Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recover. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you?
I hate you, old man.
Well, now that's the ingratitude of youth. I relate an exciting tale, and do I get thanked for it? No. It's all me. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry, and you're making me cranky. Shoot.
I hate you, old man. God, Jolie is hilarious. Anyway, at long last, we are exiting the Ebon Hawk and heading to Tatooine. And funny enough, the two party members that I'm bringing, Bastila and Mission, are the two that have, like, slightly major side plot things going on here. They've both got quest lines relating to their backstories.
Alright.
Welcome to
Mom.
Anchorhead,
Hey.
potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands
where's
ready
the
to
upstairs?
serve.
Yeah.
After some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals.
I didn't
for
see the
today.
bear.
There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
What do I get for my 100 credits?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well.
Is there any way you could reconsider the fee?
I assure you that the fee is non-negotiable.
The money I save, I'll spend in your stores.
That does make sense. I suppose
If you use Force Persuade, Bastila gets pissed and you get dark side points.
This will cover any future landings as well. Now, as a
Wait, did I not pay him anything? Sweet, I'm glad I upped my Persuade. See you guys next time when something interesting will happen. Just trust me.